Merry Christmas and welcome to another Dr. Trotter video. Today we're going to be talking about some Nightfall Cup strategies and things to implement, and real focus on this is going to be threefold: winning the lead, which some may argue is luck, energy management and shield management. So that's what this one really comes down to. So the first thing I like to do here in this Bomber Snow matchup is throw that rock slide straight away. If they catch it on a switch, then that sucks. But I don't like having their get Cobb an energy ball first. It just kind of puts you a little bit on the back foot, I find, and when you're in a positive matchup, I like to stay on the front foot. So because they threw an energy ball, we are able to keep a lead here in terms of their damage and the shields and energy usage. So out comes that victory bell. Galley counter swapped from both of us, so we're in a really nice matchup here. We just need to be careful with how we choose to shield and not shield here to make sure we can come out really positively in this matchup. So we actually know Medicham can tank an earthquake and a an earthquake and a rock slide. So there we go, we see that and we can counter down here. But look, we are on 1 HP in a dream, and out comes this victory bell. So potentially we might have been in a better spot to just shield up that earthquake, counter down, and then go to absolute town with those ice punches. But Galley just gets the job done. Interestingly as well, it was a good thing we didn't throw that leaf blade, because leaf blade does 4 less damage to shadow victory bell than confusion does. So very important to maybe make sure you know how the timing of that all works. So match 2, great match here for us. Got the Frostlass into our Stunfisk. So we were a little bit cautious this time about them swapping out straight away. So we waited until they're at the avalanche and then they threw it. So we let it come through and we throw, they let it go through. So we're going to be faster to the next rock slide, so which is great. So it'll force a shield, or we take the lead matchup, which will be a great thing for us either way. And they charge up a little bit of extra energy here, and we're like, okay, interesting. I guess they're trying to do a little bit extra fast damage, and we overtap. We overtap here, so we are forced to shield, and then we are throwing. It's like, oh, we didn't want any of that to happen, but because we were tapping in the wrong place at the wrong time, not ideal. So it ends up being not too bad, because they throw out so nice the Bomber Snow with ice. So I was like, oh, we'll get that shield back, but they don't shield, they just let it go down, which is quite a peculiar play. So we're like, well, we don't want to eat a weather ball on our Bomber Snow just yet, so we'll throw out, and then an insta switch into victory bell. Now if they had stayed the course there, they probably would have been in a slightly better position, but I guess they were not expecting us to have a Bomber Snow. So here we go, and they shield. Oh my goodness, shield and then get farmed down, and then we've got a second weather ball there to take out their Bomber Snow. So nothing essentially great that we did there, but potentially if they hadn't have shielded there, they would have had a shield in the back for their Bomber Snow. Could have put a lot more pressure on. Would have been a race with energy on their Bomber Snow versus our Frostlass in the end. So here we go, great matchup here, and we throw the Hydro Cannon straight away, and they get to a cross chop, and I was like, do they really? No, what? And yeah, sure enough, there's the cross chop. So they could potentially eat this and still counter us down in time, but they choose to shield, and we're like, alright, cool, well, that's good, we're up a shield, we've got Medicham, and they insta switch into Frostlass, and we're like, oh, we don't have G-Fisk in the back. So we're like, alright, cool, no, we can still come positive out of this. They're not going to shield this Psychic. Goes through. Awesome, we just need to shield one more thing and then we can counter down. I was like, if we got to the ice punch first, we were going to throw it, but we didn't, so we're going to shield and just counter down here and have a ton of energy on this Medicham. But that brought Haunter, and we're like, oh no, Haunter, this is not going to be good here. Alright, get the shield and the bait though, just got to get to the Psychic. And that was our win con, right? We knew they had a Medicham in the back, we had to get to Psychic, and we didn't. So we don't get to that weather ball there again. I don't know if this is lag, but we're just not having a good time here. So ouch, 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 ouch. And they're throwing, and this is probably a shadow ball too. So poor recognition of the win condition in our power, and that really has to do with knowing where their energy is and isn't at. So alright, we're into our next matchup against Glistening Viper. And this is not the worst place to be in the world, alright? So we have to watch out for the Psychic. Ice Punch isn't anything too bad, because we'll outpace them here. So like, yeah, sweet, we'll just let this one go through. And it is a Power Punch. So our opponent has told us basically after the first match that they've got a Power Punch Medicham. So that really kind of sits nicely here. So we're predicting that they're going for the bait, and they are, because you think, oh, they got a bait to catch up, and it just puts them slightly further behind in the end. And there we are well up on this matchup, taking out the Medicham, and out comes a Machamp. So they have a double fighting team, which is a massive surprise to me. And so we bring in our Gallade, and then they bring in their Stunfisk. Now, this is not nice. No shields on the Stunfisk. This is just going to be Oof City. We're happy to throw the close combat. Who cares about the defense fall? We can shield this up and farm down, and we choose not to shield it up, keeping both those shields for the Frost Blast, just in case somehow this Machamp gets 2 extra Rock Slides. And I think our opponent stopped tapping because they knew we had 2 shields and a full Pokemon in the back. Then Machamp was not going to be able to do enough and gets anything in our team really from that point. So Swampert into Venusaur. This is a shocking lead matchup for us. So we're straight out into our Gallade because we know that we've got Frostlass there in the back. Now this time we throw the Leaf Blade because last time we landed that close combat. So like, nah, we're just going to throw the Leaf Blade, and it gets the shield. So they're very early to throw here, so this is just going to be a Rock Slide, so we can choose to not shield here. And now we're kind of in the driver's seat because we just need to get to 2 close combats, and this G-Fisk is going down. We don't care about any of those charge moves. Oh, and we'd miscounted, so we got a little bit overzealous there. So we're going to have to get up to the close combat, throw it, and we can see we're actually 1 confusion off, but our opponent chooses to let it go, and we're tapping the screen furiously like a muppet, and we should have just thrown the leaf. Oh, actually no, the confusion was the right play just because they bought the Venusaur. And again, we're not in the greatest of positions here, so Frenzy Plant doing a ton of damage, but our opponent switches to Daddy Cash, which is a curious play to say the least. We may have been better off swapping straight into our Swampert here, because we swap out and we do catch a bit of energy, but our Frostlass has no health and nowhere near enough energy to really do anything, plus our opponent still has a shield. So right now we need to land 3 charge moves, and at this point we're barely even going to be able to get to 1. So we undercharge, and we get the undercharge, but we are just one fast move off KOing, so we need to maybe 1 or 2 more bubbles and we'll be okay. Now opponent undercharges as well, takes us out with the Venusaur, so we didn't even get to throw that Hydro Cannon, but even if they shielded we weren't getting to the Avalanche, so well done from our opponents there. Much better use of energy and shields than us. We misplayed that one. Not to say that they didn't play really well, we just sort of missed the mark. Now we've switched up our team for match 3 here, and we've got the Venusaur and Medicham in the back, hoping to catch that Whiscash again. So again, both of us know we can take 1 charge move each. The G-Fisk is going to win this matchup. It's got all the keys, it's in the driver's seat. So we will shield up, and now it's up to them. Do they want to keep the shield or do they want that switch advantage? So we throw the Avalanche, and ball's in their court how they want to play this one. We're not going to switch at this point. We're not going to do anything too fancy and cost ourselves a second Pokemon going down, because Frostlass is already that low that he's effectively useless, so we don't want to cost the second Pokemon. So Medicham comes in, we're going to go for the farm down. He's not going to get to an Earthquake, so this will just be a Rock Slide. No need to shield. Again, effective use of energy and shields has been really key in these matchups, and we wanted to make sure that it wasn't in a 2 shield scenario. So out comes Whiscash, and we get the Psychic, and our opponent doesn't shield, and we get the defense fall, so we know an Ice Punch is going to do the job. We get the Ice to them before they even throw any energy, so they're forced to shield here. So we're like, we don't want to shield the darn thing. Now we're like, because our Venusaur is in the back, and that's probably not ideal for what they've got. So we choose to shield this one up, go for the counter down, and they've got their own Venusaur. So this is a really, really good place to be, because we now have enough energy that they have to throw to KO our Medicham. They can't fast move down. Then from here, our Venusaur can tank a Sludge Bomb. It doesn't need to worry about anything, and we just need a Frenzy Plant to KO their Venusaur here. So we're perfectly fine, no need to worry here. Take that Sludge Bomb, farm up 1, 2, I mean, debatably we probably should have gone 3 extra Frenzy Plants there, but we're just getting it done, and we know our fast moves are just enough to take out the Whiscash to get the win. So really key, just knowing where all of your energy sits and how much damage your Pokemon can take from what they have in the back, especially once you've seen it. So we've got a last little special battle here against Glistening Viper, just to really ham home some of the uses of energy. So the last thing you want to do is really set the rest of your team up to lose. You want to set your team up to win. So we throw the Ice Punch, thinking, oh, we ummed and ahed throwing the Psychic, and we didn't get the shield, so we definitely should have thrown, and we don't get a shield here. So we're like, alright, cool, they're going to have no energy. We can farm down from this point with our Frostlass or our Gallade, and they insta-switch really oddly into Whiscash. Now we have Leaf Blade. This is definitely a one-hit KO for Whiscash, and we can eat one Mud Bomb. So it's all about the pace. So they need to get to 3 Mud Bombs, and we need to get to 2 more Leaf Blades. But we switch. We pull the old switcheroo and eat a Mud Bomb on our Frostlass. And oh man, now we're sitting here going, no, we're confident. We're confident we know what they have in the back. We're going to eat this Mud Bomb, charge up a heap of extra energy, and they switch to catch a charge move, which gives us enough energy to get to 2 Avalanches here, and they have Machamp in the back. So our Gallade, that switch out of Gallade, which was absolutely moronic a minute ago, is now looking really, really nice. So Machamp, they choose to let Machamp go down, so we insta-switch straight back into our Gallade. Now we should just Confusion down here. We definitely make a mistake. We can see how low their HP is. We just need one more Confusion and they're dead. We didn't need to throw this Leaf Blade. We had a shield there in the back. We should have just taken it out. But yeah, thanks everyone. So really, really important in this cup is that energy and shield management, especially with a Pokemon like Frostlass, who can, with enough of an energy lead, get that shield back in your favor and then almost line yourself up for a sweep. So really dangerous Pokemon to be using in this cup, and you saw a lot of it today. So thank you very much. I hope you really enjoyed this video. I hope you got a lot out of it, and I hope that you can win a few of your Nightfall Cup battles, but focusing on your energy and shield management. And I mean, those leads are nice too, right? So thanks very much. We'll see you next time.